So, what is up, everybody? It's me here from Elevate Your Existence channel. Welcome back to another episode. Now, if you're anything like me, then you love watching those top 10 productivity videos, but after some time you realize that only one or two of them actually help your workflow. Well, today's video is going to be different because we are talking about 5 productivity hacks that actually work in 2025. Number 4 is a game changer, and it will completely change how you look at tasks that you do not enjoy doing. But first, let's start off with number 5. And for this one, it's all about doing less, not more. Now, according to research by psychologist Dr. Cal Newport, the most common myth in productivity culture is that we need to do more things. In fact, there's this book called Deep Work by the same author that discusses that if we want to make more money, get promotions, and be more fulfilled, then we have to learn to work more. However, he mentions that this might be true until a certain point, but once you pass that threshold, the more you try to do, the worse your performance becomes. For example, take a look at how many times you check your email per day. You might think that you're on top of everything when really you're just getting distracted from one app to another. On top of that, there's also something known as diminishing returns. Let's say you're trying to build an audience online. When you first start, you see rapid growth. But as you continue to make video after video, it gets harder and harder to grow. Why? Because you've already tapped into your existing network of friends and family. After that, it's going to take a lot more effort to reach new people and get them to subscribe. If you're feeling burned out or stuck, try cutting back instead of adding more. Here's how to apply this concept to your life. First, take inventory of where your time is currently going. This can be done through your calendar or tracking app. Next, look for areas where you can cut back. For instance, that could be cutting your daily news consumption from 30 minutes to 10 minutes. Or it could mean checking your personal social media accounts only once a day instead of constantly. The last step is to replace what you've cut with activities that move the needle forward on your most important goals. Instead of scrolling on social media, spend that time creating valuable content for your own account. By the way, you can use this tactic to grow your social media presence extremely fast. Next, let's talk about the importance of taking breaks, which leads us to number 4. Now, there's this big misconception that to be productive, you have to power through and grind nonstop. But this couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, some of the world's most successful companies have built their entire business models around taking breaks. Netflix, for example, is one of the biggest entertainment companies in the world, and they know the importance of giving their customers the ability to take a break whenever they want. That's why they offer a wide variety of shows and movies so that their customers can find something that interests them no matter what mood they are in. They also allow their customers to pause and rewind their shows so they can take a break without having to worry about missing anything important. Similarly, companies like Nike and Adidas know that athletes need to take breaks in between sets to rest and recover. So they offer products like foam rollers and massage guns to help athletes get the most out of their workouts. Even coffee shops like Starbucks understand the importance of taking a break. They offer a cozy atmosphere where customers can relax and enjoy a cup of coffee before heading back to work. The key takeaway here is that taking breaks is not only necessary, but it's also an essential part of being productive. Taking a break allows you to clear your mind and come back refreshed and focused. This is why it's important to schedule breaks into your day. You can use a timer to set aside specific times to take a break. During your break, you can do whatever you want. Some examples include taking a walk outside, grabbing a coffee with a friend, or simply relaxing at home. Just make sure to disconnect from work during your break so that you can truly relax and recharge. That leads us to our next point, which is the Pomodoro Technique. It's an effective method for improving focus and managing time. It's simple to use and can be applied to any type of task. So here's how it works. First, you need to select a task that you want to focus on. Then, you need to set a timer for 25 minutes. This is going to be your work interval. Once the timer starts, you need to work on the task at hand without distractions. If you find yourself getting distracted, then just write down what's distracting you and put it aside to deal with later. If an interruption occurs, then just write it down and carry on. When the timer rings, you've completed one round of Pomodoro. After each round, you should take a 5-minute break to rest and clear your mind. You can use this time to stretch, walk around, or grab a drink. After 5 minutes, you can start a new round. If you complete 4 rounds without any interruptions, then you can take a longer break of 20 to 30 minutes. By forcing yourself to work in short bursts and taking regular breaks, the Pomodoro Technique helps you stay focused and be more productive. Next, let's talk about something called deep work. This is a concept that was popularized by the author, Cal Newport, and it refers to the ability to work in a deep state of mind where you're fully concentrated and immersed in the task at hand. In a world filled with distractions like smartphones and social media, it can be difficult to achieve deep work. But it's important to note that not all work is created equal. Some tasks require more focus and attention than others. For example, answering emails or scheduling meetings doesn't require the same level of concentration as writing a report or solving a complex problem. In order to achieve deep work, it's important to identify the tasks that require your full attention and then block out time in your schedule to focus on them. During this time, you need to eliminate all distractions and immerse yourself in the task. This means putting your phone on silent, closing unnecessary tabs on your computer, and letting your colleagues know that you're not to be disturbed. It's also important to understand that achieving deep work is a skill that takes practice. It's not something that you can do right away. However, the benefits of deep work are significant. According to Newport, deep work is the ultimate form of productivity, and it allows you to produce high-quality work that has a significant impact. It also provides a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction that comes from knowing that you're using your time and skills to their fullest potential. Next, let's talk about habit stacking. This is a powerful technique that can help you increase your productivity and achieve your goals by combining old habits with new ones. The idea behind habit stacking is simple. Instead of trying to build new habits from scratch, you can piggyback on existing habits to make the process easier. For example, let's say you want to start exercising every morning, but you struggle with motivation and consistency. Instead of trying to build a new habit of waking up early and working out, you can stack the new habit onto an existing habit that you already have. For example, you can say to yourself, "After I brush my teeth in the morning, I will meditate for 5 minutes." By linking the new habit of meditating to an existing habit of brushing your teeth, you increase the likelihood that you will stick with it. Another example of habit stacking is using the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule states that if something takes less than 2 minutes to do, then you should do it immediately instead of putting it off. For example, if you receive an email that takes less than 2 minutes to respond to, then you should respond to it right away instead of letting it pile up with other tasks. By using the 2-minute rule, you reduce the number of small tasks that accumulate over time and bog you down. You can also stack habits by using visual cues. For example, if you want to start reading more, you can place a book on your bedside table as a visual cue to remind yourself to read before going to bed. You can also use sticky notes or post-it notes to stack habits. For example, you can place a post-it note on your computer monitor that reminds you to take a break and stretch every half hour. And finally, we have a bonus tip for those who made it to the end of the video. It's called brain dumping, and this is a technique used to declutter your mind and improve focus. To practice brain dumping, you need to find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted. Start by writing down everything that's on your mind, no matter how random or insignificant it may seem. This can include tasks, thoughts, ideas, worries, or anything else that's occupying your mind. As you write, try to be as specific as possible and write down exactly what you're thinking. Once you've written everything down, take a few moments to review your list. You may be surprised at how much stuff is going on in your head. Now here's the interesting part. After brain dumping, you'll likely feel a sense of relief and clarity. This is because you've taken all the stuff that was cluttering your mind and put it down on paper. Now that it's out of your head, you can focus on the task at hand without being distracted. Brain dumping is an incredibly versatile technique that can be used in many different situations. For example, if you're feeling overwhelmed by a project, take some time to brain dump all your thoughts and feelings. Or if you're trying to come up with new ideas, brain dump all your ideas onto a piece of paper without censoring yourself. You can also use brain dumping as a form of meditation. By focusing on your breath and emptying your mind of all thoughts, you can achieve a state of relaxation and calm. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to drop a like. We'll see you in the next one.